Welcome back. Now, before we take a look at the day's business news, let's first take a look at the stock indices across the GCC. And in our top business story, the Dubai Road and Transport Authority has awarded a 500 million dirham contract to Turkish Gunal for the construction of the first phase of the road and bridge network for the new Dubai Water Canal Project. The decision was made during an RTA board meeting chaired by His Excellency Mata Al-Taya, the chairman of the board and executive director of the RTA, who stated that the first phase of the project will see the construction of a bridge on the Sheikh Zayed Road, allowing for free maritime movement 24 hours a day. He added that around 800 metres of the Sheikh Zayed Road will be affected by construction works and that a number of service lanes will be rerouted. Work on the DWC has been divided into 3 contracts, with the first 2 dealing with the construction of bridges over the canal's waters on main roads. This will include an 8-lane bridge in each direction over the Sheikh Zayed Road and a 3-lane bridge in each direction over Al Wasl and Jumeirah roads. The third contract deals with excavation and landscaping works, as well as the construction of 4 pedestrian bridges and 4 marine transport stations. Arab Tech Holding has signed a joint venture with South Korea's GS Engineering and Construction Corp. The Memorandum of Understanding forms a joint venture that will pursue heavy infrastructure engineering and construction projects in the Middle East and North Africa region, such as metro, railway, bridge, port and tunnel projects. Under the name Arab Tech GS Infrastructure LLC, the joint venture will be incorporated and headquartered in Abu Dhabi. The Middle East continues to be an important market for Nissan, as their H1 figures illustrate an 8.6% increase in profit levels, with a forecast of 20,000 units in sales for 2013. As the Dubai Motor Show is expected to attract more than 100,000 visitors, the Nissan Patrol 2014 is set to make its worldwide debut at the event. Along with a whole host of car makers, Nissan will be introducing its new Nissan Patrol model at this year's Motor Show, along with the special edition Gold GTR. The managing director of Nissan Middle East, Mr. Samir Cherfan, stated that although the Patrols are sold worldwide, the Middle East remains the most important market for the vehicle. Apart from the new launches, Nissan will also display some of its hybrid vehicles, such as the all-electric Nissan Leaf, which are launched under the company's zero-emission strategy. Mr. Sherfan further added that the Motor Show is one of the most important events for the regional automobile industry, while they continue to increase awareness of their products.
Dubai Motor Show is the most important in the region, and it's every 2 years, so it's a very important event for us. And this year we are presenting a world premiere with Patrol, which shows the importance of the motor show. You can measure sales with lead generation, but it's not the main impact of the motor show. You have over 100,000 visitors, and awareness and familiarity is the most important for a motor show.
The US dollar posted significant gains in trading last week as a less-than-expected dovish Fed pushed back expectations of a Fed taper in 2013. The expected delay has seen the US dollar benefit of late, with equity markets also being a key benefactor. With all eyes on the Fed and their future taper plans, all eyes will now be on the upcoming US GDP reading and US non-farm payrolls report due out this week. Well, we earlier spoke to Gaurav Kashyap, the head of futures at Al Pari Middle East, to get his views.
Well, the US dollar closed last week on a very positive note, following a rather less than dovish FOMC meeting minutes in which the Federal Reserve decided to hold their benchmark interest rates as well as paint a more clear picture as to when that taper will in fact take place for that US economy. Now, overall expectations still remain rife that the FOMC cannot introduce the taper as early as December, and we're probably looking for the taper to be introduced towards the end of Q1 of 2014. Now, once again, in the week ahead, all attention will be focused on the US economy, and there are several key pieces of data which will be driving risk sentiment in the week ahead. First and foremost, we'll be looking at Thursday's US GDP number, expected to come in at 1.9%, well below the previous reading of 2.5%. Now, once again, the closure of the US government earlier in October should weigh down some of the figures, and we'll see this most directly affecting that US GDP reading number. This will be followed by Friday's US non-farm payroll report, which is expected to also be anemic following the government shutdown. The figure is expected to post below 130,000. We could see a figure between 115 and 130,000, with the unemployment rate ticking upwards to about 7.3%. Now, what does this mean for the US dollar? Well, a lot of the traders and investors who had a fear of missing out on the most recent dollar moves don't have much to fear, because we can expect to see further US dollar strength in the week ahead. Remember, the weakening data from the US should continue to move funds into the US dollar on the expectation that the Fed is looking at pushing back that taper. So once again, another strong week expected for the US dollar up ahead.